Greetings, everybody. How are you? Happy weekend. So today I want to talk about the how. I want to talk about the how of the model that is career for the future of work, which is the Mosaic career. It's a career that moves away from something that's focused on one set of skills, one lane, one ladder that we're climbing into this beautiful work of art that can be our lives and careers, which means multiple sources of income, multiple ways of expressing our talent and contributing value to the world. However, by doing this, because we're no longer in a salaried universe, there are new rules to the game. And so today I want to share with you some of the how. Because a couple of weeks ago, I published a blog on the Tony Robbins platform all about this model of Mosaic Career and what it is. I got a lot of great responses, most of which were how. How do we do it? So of course, I'm going to anchor that for you today in the threefold things to thrive in the future of work, which are mindset, education, and collaboration. And the first critical piece is mindset, of course. And here's the deal. To make a Mosaic career work, and by the way, all of these things I'm sharing with you, I'm sharing because they are lessons hard learned on my side. Like, there's a lot of mad scientists in what I share with all of you. I try everything out myself before I put it into a system, an easy way of explaining to share it with all of you. So here's a scoop. For the mindset piece, in building a Mosaic career, getting super real, the illusion of work is not work. And what does that actually mean? So unless you have a contract signed, unless that money is in the bank, unless the legalese is done and there is an exchange and you are adding value and receiving value, you're contributing, you might be volunteering, which are all noble things, but it is not the same as building your business financially. So as you're walking out into the world and beginning to do things, and while you may want to gain some experience doing stuff, while you may ask for less money than you would for whatever reason, although these days I don't see any reason why to do that, the illusion of work is not work. A lot of times people will come to me and say, oh, well, while I'm looking for a job, I want to do volunteering. I want to do volunteer work to make sure that there's not a gap in my resume, which is also a valid thing. That said, that can trick our minds into thinking that we are actually doing work for which we're getting a value exchange, meaning money, because as I will get to in a little bit, the mortgage cannot be paid on hopes and dreams and exposure. So that's the first thing. The illusion of work is not work. Are you being busy or are you being productive? Make sure that the way that you're investing your time is adding more value than anybody else so that you can also get that value in return back. So the second piece of this, like how do we really strengthen it, moves over, of course, to education and that threefold framework, right? Mindset, education, collaboration. The second thing on education, and I've hit on this before, understand your cash flow. Cash is king. Cash flow is like the king of the king of the king. Like understanding what's coming in, what's coming out. And this, of course, is linked to that idea of the illusion of work is not work. Unless you have a contract signed and you know that cash is coming in, there's a lot of management that needs to occur there. So understand how your cash flow works, what accounts deliverable are, what accounts receivable are. This is what is going to be the fuel to help your business thrive. Is one of the things that we actually learn in Tony Robbins' Business Mastery is getting out of the gate. What matters the most is sales, 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 and marketing and innovation. But sales, 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 you gotta sell. And so understanding how that money is coming in, how that money is coming out, and how that relates to your expenses is key, critical, more than anything else. And the third thing, as we look at collaboration, ladies and gentlemen, exposure does not pay the bills. It doesn't. And so a lot of times, a lot of us, and I've done it, and occasionally I will still do it, but exposure is not going to pay the bills. And so negotiating a good fee for yourself when you're speaking, negotiating a good fee for yourself when you're working on a project, those are boundaries to think about how you want to set, because again, the mortgage cannot be paid on hopes and dreams, and so understanding how to powerfully ask for what you need to make your business thrive is the way to make this magic work. So first of all, mindset. You want to make your Mosaic career work? Getting down into the nitty gritty, it's that the illusion of work is not work, not the same thing. A contract talked about is not a contract signed. Secondly, when we're thinking about education, get yourself hip to cash flow. Don't get yourself in the crunch, in the bind of, wait, I thought that money was going to come in last week, but it's not coming until 4 weeks from now. What am I going to do? And then the third thing, of course, is when we're thinking about collaboration and how we're working with people, ask for your fair value in the marketplace. Exposure does not pay the bills. I'm curious to know, for those of you who are building Mosaic careers, who are building side hustles, who are creating this kind of thing, how are you making your asks work? How are you creating the structure and putting this in place to ensure that you're being successful? And so with that, here is to the freedom. Happy 4th of July. Here is to the freedom to create the lives that you want.